Alright, in today's video, I'm going to be going over speaking, and this is something that I've had a hard time with, as you guys have probably seen through these videos. I mean, overall, just communicating in general, my vocabulary is not the best, and, I'm just not the best communicator, communicating my thoughts clearly and, expressing myself to the best of my ability. Sometimes even just small interactions that I have like on a day-to-day basis, I won't even think before I speak. I mean, it sounds pretty dumb, but it's kind of just like automatic what comes out of my mouth. Like, I don't know, it's just something that I've always had been anxious about, like social anxiety. Because just speaking like small talk, I always think like I'm awkward, so it's something that I haven't really practiced up until recently. I've gotten more comfortable, talking to strangers, just, being out at, whether it was through working my job at Whole Foods and doing customer service. That really helped me a lot with speaking. And no, I'm hoping these videos that I'm making is helping me get better at communicating my thoughts through the camera. I mean, if I'm comfortable with you and I know you, I really don't have no problem like talking to you and having a conversation with you. I actually enjoy talking to the people who I know and people who I'm comfortable with. It's really just, talking to strangers and, just different social environments where I might get a little bit awkward or quiet or not talk as much. But I really just think it comes back to my speaking ability and my skill set, because obviously this is stuff that I started to pick up on recently when someone is a good speaker, or I really acknowledge that, and I'm impressed by how good someone could speak and how clearly they can get their point across. And I think it's really impressive when you're a good speaker, and this is something that I really want to work on and get better at myself. And I've noticed that Kai Cenat, he's a popular streamer, has been talking about this, and he's been, reading a book on camera for 20 minutes a day, trying to read out loud and get better at speaking and pronunciating words, which I think that's great. I think that this is something that not a lot of people talk about, but it's something I feel like a lot of people struggle with, including myself. But this is something that I'm going to actively try to get better at. I'm not going to come on here and read a book in front of the camera. That would be terrible. But this is something that I do off camera, and I read to myself, and I try to read out loud. And whenever I come across a word I might not know how to pronounce or I haven't heard of, I'll look it up on Google. I'll play it out loud so I could learn a new word, learn how to pronounce it, and learn the meaning of the word. I mean, this is all stuff that we were really taught in school, but I kind of just honestly forgot about, like going through high school and just putting my attention in other places. But, they used to have us look through the dictionary and, look for new words and find out what new words mean. So this is something that I'm trying to implement back into my daily routine, just so I can, learn new words, get better at speaking. And that's honestly the goal with these videos too, because this is a skill that I really want to build, and I think it would be a benefit to me. So let me know if you guys have any tips on how to get better at speaking and just communicating in general. And yeah.